Hi everybody, this is Dev Sena, Assistant Professor from the Department of English and Foreign Languages, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram. Here I am going to talk about subject-verb agreement and how to master it in English grammar. Subject verb agreement is a fundamental aspect of English grammar that ensures the subject and verb in a sentence align correctly in number. This means that subjects are requiring singular verbs when it is singular, while plural subjects need plural verbs. For instance, we say the cat runs, but the cats run is correct. This alignment is crucial for clear and coherent communication. Without proper subject verb agreement, sentences can become confusing or misleading. Mastering this concept is very important and involves understanding both basic rules and special cases. In today's lecture, I'll be talking about what subject verb agreement is, the basic rules required to be followed, special cases, and common errors, and how to rectify them. So, what is subject verb agreement? Subject and a verb agreement is a fundamental concept in English grammar that ensures harmony between the subject and the verb in a sentence. Proper subject verb agreement is essential for clear and coherent communication both in writing and in speech. This means that the subject and verb must agree in number. Singular subjects need singular verb and plural subject need plural verbs. For example, she runs every day is correct while she run every day is not. Missteps in subject verb agreement can lead to confusion and misunderstandings. Therefore, mastering these rules will equip you with confidence and avoiding common pitfalls and ensuring your communication is both effective and professional. When the subject of a sentence is a plural noun, the verb must also be in plural form to ensure proper subject verb agreement. For example, in the sentences, the cats drink milk every morning and the teachers explain the lessons clearly. The plural nouns cats and teachers are matched with the plural verbs drink and explain. Similarly, plural pronouns such as they and we also require plural verb forms. For instance, they enjoy reading novels and we go to the gym regularly. Illustrate this rule perfectly with enjoy and go, matching the plural pronouns. Plural noun phrases also follow this pattern. Consider the quick brown foxes jump over the lazy dogs and the sentence a few baskets of fresh fruits sit on the tables. Here, foxes and baskets are plural subjects requiring the plural verbs jump and sit. Understanding and applying these rules help and maintain clarity and connectedness in both written and spoken communication. Certain words and phrases, even if they seem plural, actually require single verb forms. Let's start with words like each, every, either, and neither. When these words are used as subjects, they always take a singular verb. For instance, we say each of the students is responsible for their own work, and neither answer is correct. Next, consider subjects like none, too much, and many a. Despite appearing plural, these also require subject singular verbs. Examples include none of the information is useful, too much homework is overwhelming, and many a student has struggled with this topic. Finally, phrases like one of the and a pair of follow the singular verb rule. We say one of the books is missing and a pair of shoe is in the closet. Understanding these rules ensures that our sentence are grammatically correct and clear, avoiding common pitfalls in subject verb agreement. When dealing with countable nouns, certain words and phrases necessitate the use of plural verbs. For instance, words like a few, several, and too many include plurality and therefore require plural verbs. Examples include a few students are missing today and too many errors were found in the document. Additionally, subjects that involve phrases like two pairs of, some, or a lot of, when referring to countable nouns, also take plural verbs. Consider the sentences two pairs of shoes are under the bed and a lot of birds are migrating south. In these examples, shoes and birds are countable nouns, prompting the use of plural verbs are and are migrating. These rules again ensure that our sentences remain grammatically correct and clear, highlighting the importance of matching plural subjects with plural verbs. When dealing with compound subjects connected by with or as well as, the verb agrees with the first subject mentioned. For example, the teacher with her students is preparing for the event, and the CEO as well as the managers is attending the meeting. Here, the verb is matches the singular subjects teacher and CEO. For subjects joined by either or neither nor, the verb agrees with the subject closest to it. Examples: either the manager or the employees are responsible, and neither the students nor the teacher is in the classroom. Notice how the verb are matches employees in the first sentence and is matches teacher in the second. Similarly, when using rather than or nor, the verb agrees with the closest subject. For instance, the CEO rather than the manager is making the decision, and not the employers nor the manager is accountable. Again, the verb is agrees with CEO and manager respectively. Mastering subject verb agreement is crucial for clear and effective communication in English. We've explored various rules and special cases, from ensuring singular subjects matching singular verbs, like in each of the subject is responsible, to aligning plural subjects with plural verbs, such as a few students are missing today. We've also discussed how to handle compound subjects with connectors like with as well as, either or, and neither nor. For example, the teacher with her students is preparing for the event, and either the manager or the employees are responsible. Remember, the key to maintaining the subject verb is paying close attention to the subject and ensuring it correctly aligns with the verb. This attention to detail will not only improve your grammar but also enhance your overall communication skills, making your writing and speech more precise and professional. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you feel more confident in applying these rules to your everyday language use.